What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm here at CSP today, and we got some mods going on the Camaro, the Freedom Rocket, but it's gonna make this thing a whole different car, and you're not really gonna notice it because, well, it's suspension.
Put the subframe back in to get the rear out.
Yeah.
And then cut those bushings out.
Yeah.
Now he's doing suspension.
Yeah. Look at that. Both cars in the shop.
Look, that looks nice.
Yeah, there it is. Some new rear suspension for the car. New shocks, new springs, heavier springs, 500-pound springs. Hopefully that will keep the car from squatting too hard and bottoming out and then unloading. We got lower control arms. We got anti-roll bar down there. How's it going, Mike? I heard you're hating life.
Go look at your bushings.
The stock ones. Ooh, yeah.
So,
hey, man.
These are the subframe ones. These weren't too bad.
Still good.
You literally cut them in half and you bang them out.
Put those on Craigslist. Still good.
These are the diff bushings.
1,000 miles.
They were a pain to come out.
Yeah, I know. Well, I talked to the one guy that did the same suspension on his 5th gen, and he said he had to essentially, well, he used a torch. He burns them off the diff.
I thought about that, but I didn't.
You could use a Sawzall. I don't know what you used.
No,
Sawzall.
Sawzall, and then you punch the collars out.
Yeah. So, Mike, you knew I was going to try to attempt this job by myself.
I feel like you would have got the diff down. You would have got it down, and you would have been like, oh fuck.
Well, so these guys were real busy, and I wanted the car. The suspension had just come in. We waited a while for that, and I was like, man, I really don't want to wait another week or two to put it in, and I wanted to get the suspension in. I wanted to get it back on the track. In case anything would happen again to the car, I might be able to recover toward the end of the year and still race it. So you had finished up a job on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday evening I came here, I was going to get the car, and I was going to do it this weekend with Steve Fast. He has a lift at his shop. Obviously I don't have a lift at my garage. I don't even have a garage that can even have a lift. It's the normal, height garage. He took the job, so I figured, hey, get it done. Might as well.
No,
it's easier.
It's gonna drive completely different. You're gonna launch it.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna launch it and be like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
This is serious.
This is definitely a huge step in the right direction. Yeah. The other thing too is I was using half of like a 15-inch conversion kit and like the lower control arms from another person.
Yeah.
Where they at? They still over here? So like half of this kit was the Carlisle kit. We still have the Carlisle brakes and stuff on there. Yeah. So the other part of it were the lower control arms from AKP. They're essentially a factory 5th gen control arm just modified to clear a 15-inch wheel. They worked. It worked fine for what I was doing with it. Wasn't really rubbing or anything. The only problem we ran into is then when we wanted to do different shocks, the factory spring just wasn't fitting right with the shocks. Yeah, it's too soft too. The factory springs are way too soft. These things, the travel in these things are a lot shorter too, and these springs are.
Yeah, these 500 pounds. This is good for an IRS car.
Yeah, right. The main thing about the IRS is you want to tighten it up as much as possible because it's very inconsistent and it's very loose. So the good thing about the shocks on this one, these are the Strange shocks with, like I said, 500-pound springs, the double adjustable coilovers, and then basically this is all made for itself. So this is not just a generic shock, it's made for the kit, and everything bolts up perfectly. This is for a 5th gen Camaro. I did all the bushings in the rear, so these red things you see here, they're like way stiffer than the factory ones, which is what you want because you don't want any flex, you don't want anything to move.
They came with like new ones for the upper control arms.
Yep.
And then I got the diffs.
The diff, yep.
The 3 diff bushings.
Yep, so this is going to be hopefully as tight as it can get with the IRS setup before obviously, switching to a solid axle, which is very, 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 very expensive. So I'm not really ready to go that route yet, and I don't really think I need to go that route yet.
No.
There's a ton of IRS cars that are really fast. Mark Carlisle has the fastest one. He's in the 6s with an IRS setup. So
my buddy John Reed runs a Dodge Challenger. It's still IRS.
Yep.
It goes in the 7s.
Yeah.
Like with the factory IRS setup.
Yeah. So.
And it's all BMR stuff too.
Yep. I heard this stuff's pretty good. So what do we got going on here? You got the lower control arms, you got the shocks up there, you got all the bushings back in.
We're missing the axles because these seals, the little springs came, when I pulled the axles out, the seals came apart. So we're waiting on axle seals. They're coming tomorrow, I think. So I'm basically just test fitting everything, make sure everything fits. I'm gonna put the sway bar on, and then literally everything bolts up together.
Yeah.
And then it can go to line the shop, and then they're done.
And the adjustment's a little bit easier to get to, huh?
Yeah.
On the side here.
Yeah, you have your the compression and rebound. Yeah. You can leave the wheel on. Literally, you can just jack it up and click, and good to go.
What? So your car on the dyno over there, what did it make?
Nothing special yet.
Nothing special yet.
Not on full boost yet.
Uh-huh.
Where can you weigh out?
It's 817.
On what?
15 pounds.
Well, you're running E85 though, aren't you?
Pump.
Pump and meth. So what are we gonna do with my car? You think we should just run E on it and say screw it, or you think we should run meth with it and keep it on pump?
I would do meth and a combination of E and see how far we can get on it.
Oh, a combination. Yeah. See, the thing is, I was thinking about that is, I'm thinking we're gonna run into not enough injector, because that's still the LT4 injectors on that car.
We still have some room. We have a good...
I don't want to have to worry about mixing though. I'd rather just go to the pump, fill up with E and be done. I'm a simple guy, you know? Keep it simple. Less is more sometimes. I'll tell you one thing. I mixed E with this car like a couple years ago, and it was like a 50-50 mix.
Yeah.
No, it's just annoying. Because then I had to make sure that I filled it up the right, like 50% every time.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to run out of low side if I do full E85 on that car?
With the meth, I don't think so. I think the meth we can compensate.
On like high boost.
I'm actually trying to do the math right now.
The problem with running E right now is we could run it as is, but we'd end up making less power because we have to turn it down because the fuel system can't handle full E85. I mean, what is it? 30-some% more fueling is required for E85, like more flow?
It's like actually 41%.
40%? Okay, so...
You lose like 30% gas miles.
Yeah.
So we have, injector-wise, probably 21% more to go. And fuel pressure-wise, we can bump that up, so we might be able to do it.
I know we got enough high side.
We have the low side, like the high pressure side is there. The injectors, that's going to be part of the question, and so will the low side.
Yeah.
I feel like we might be able to make it. And with meth, I'm confident we'll make it. We'll put meth on, I think we got E85 ready to run.
Yeah, I still feel like I'd rather just 100 E85. That's it.
I mean, mine doesn't activate meth until
you're at a certain...
Yeah. That's what we do for yours.
Yeah.
It'd just be, hey, above this boost level, like...
Method spray. Yeah.
So go see your spark plugs.
Oh yeah, let's go check out those handy dandy sweet spark plugs. Where are they at?
These are anti-spark plugs.
Anti-spark.
Yeah, look at that.
Are those just called plugs? That looks good, man. What's wrong with them? Throw them back in.
Yeah, and then you got this one. That you know, the new zero gap plug.
Oh, zero gap. Oh, dude,
That's probably the reason why you're feeling the misfire, and the rest of these are probably firing.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
A slight gap there, though.
Well, the funny part is I put it on low boost and it was fine.
Yeah,
so it was probably
wasn't enough to blow out that spark.
Right.
It would be funny if we were making like 1,000 horsepower on 7 cylinders.
Oh my god. So on a scale of 1 to I hate this job, what would you rate it as?
Probably like a 7.
Oh man, you're getting up there.
Yeah.
Only because of the bushings?
Yeah.
So if I wouldn't have got bushings, it'd have been cake job.
Yeah. If we were just doing the arms and stuff,
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, like that's what's gonna take this setup beyond what it was, you know, to the next level.
Just because, the factory bushings were designed for what? What were these rated at, these cars? 500?
Oh, hell, yeah. 580, really, from at the crank, you know?
Yeah, factory. Yeah, so that's all they were designed for.
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully the axles, which those are 1,400 horsepower axles from Drive Shaft Shop. Obviously, there's the carbon fiber drive shaft from the same place, which not worried about that, not worried about the only thing I think is still factory now on this setup is the rear, the diff. But I was actually talking to some people online, 5th Gen ZL1 group.
Yeah.
They said no one has been able to say they broke that. Because I was like, has anybody broken that based upon like too much power?
It's one of the largest like rear ends I've seen. So
GM said it is the largest. The housing's 9.9
wow.
inches.
That's literally almost the size that's in my 2500 Duramax.
Yeah. So I would think it should be able to take all the torque.
Yeah.
You know. So hitting it off the trans brake, off the line, the suspension will take it. We're just hopefully the rear will take it too. Yeah. So when I bought this car 4 years ago, I did a lot of research on it, and there are a couple things about it that basically were known issues, and one was rear end howl. or rear end kind of grinding on like sharp turns in like a parking lot.
Yeah.
But rear end howls definitely, I had it anywhere between like cruising around like 40 miles an hour to like almost to 50, between 40 and 50 miles an hour, you can hear it howling.
Yeah.
But obviously once I, you know, pretty much cut off my entire exhaust, couldn't hear that anymore.
There you go.
But I never had any issues with it.
No.
It just always, they would take it through warranty department at Chevy and all that, and they'd have their diff fluid changed. They've had them taken apart and redone under warranty, and it still doesn't fix the problem.
No.
So I was like, you know what, screw it, it's fine.
I didn't see any chunks fall out of the fluid, so it's probably fine.
This whole kit's supposed to drop, I think, a decent amount of weight, 50 some pounds maybe.
Really?
I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I have to look at the website, but it's a lot.
Once we dial the settings in, put like a mild setting in it, let off trans brake, you're gonna be like, wow.
So this anti-roll bar, or I guess anti-wheel hop bar you can call it too, will evenly distribute weight to either side when I launch. So the car doesn't squat, let's say to the left or to the right. This will control that and it'll evenly distribute it more like a solid axle would.
It is adjustable. There's 3 different holes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it in the middle to give you, and then, you know, if it's too soft or too hard, we can always adjust.
Right. We're not really sure if it's BMR or FME.
That's red too, just like the Freedom Rocket.
Yeah.
Kind of got red, white, blue, sort of, and silver.
Red, white, and blue. Yeah, red, silver, and blue. Perfect.
It's close enough.
That's like the really clashing red, white, and blue.
Look at that. Everything's together. You had to replace the axle seal because it came out. So they're back in.
Got those dips filled up. I just set it down and I adjusted the ride height. I was gonna drive it around, but since you're here now,
It might settle though.
Yeah, there's good clearance definitely with the arms. It's close, but
It looks close, but
it's not gonna move. It's the wheel to the hub.
See, with the factory lower control arms, there was almost no space here. That's where they rubbed on the bolt. But now that's not anywhere near it. You know. Oh, my new battery came in, huh?
We're waiting on the mount.
It's not big enough.
Fucking pick it
I
up.
need a bigger, heavier battery because we're all about not weight reduction. We're about adding weight.
Yeah, definitely lift your knees.
Oh, yeah. What is it? 77 pounds. It
I
said.
think so. Yeah. It's got like 1,400 cranking amps or something.
The other one was 44 pounds. I lost weight with the all that suspension stuff. Lost actually a decent bit of weight, so we just added it back in with the battery. The car should hopefully hold a charge, start no problem.
1150. Yeah.
1150 as compared to what was the it was 850 I think was the Optima.
750 or 850.
Yeah.
So we're talking 300 to 400 more.
Yeah, on Keon, that thing's got a lot of amperage pulling with the pumps.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's hanging out at 13.1.
Then-
That's incredible for a battery.
It came at 12.8.
Yeah. And we just put it on the charger.
Put it on the charger.
Sometimes they'll sit on the
13.1.
shelf. Sometimes they'll sit on the shelf and you just.
That's a lot more. What's a normal battery? 12 something, right?
12.8's like the max of a normal conventional battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's nice. This is sealed, so like we don't have to. Have a vent or anything. Or.
Right. Let's see if the old battery works. This isn't the new one. This is the old one. It probably won't.
It probably won't.
Nope. I could hear it.
Tell by the
As
pump?
soon as I heard the pump, I knew it wasn't gonna. Watch, when he jumps the car, you can tell the difference in the pump. So listen to the difference now when you crank it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably just put it all the way down in the back. It looks like it'll match up.
Yeah. Hopefully. It was like maybe he had about that much room, like an inch, I think, to go.
That'll drop it at least an inch. I fixed your tip in a little bit too. Remember, like if you tried to rev it, it would kind of stumble. Yeah. Don't do that anymore. You know how better that is? Oh, when it used to stumble, it had a lean spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pissed
That
off the
sounds
neighbors
better.
over there adjusting that the other day.
Good.
They came like outside, like, what are you doing? Because I'm in there going, "Rawr, rawr," like 25 times.
So there was a
to get
lean
it.
spot.
It's just acceleration enrichment. Since this blower is the size of King Kong, like,
Yeah, so
needed a lot of acceleration.
So I can rev it real quick and it'll go back down to idle essentially.
yeah,
a lot
it's
better.
really rev happy now.
Good. Dude, yeah, it definitely needs to come down like another.
It needs a 30.
It needs to come down at no, it doesn't.
He'd have to go to a bigger front tire then too, or it'll look retarded.
The 30 will just fill up the back a little more. That's exactly what it'll do. It'll also be wider, so it's going to stick out the back, which I don't want that.
I don't mind a little bit of rake. That's a lot of rake though.
Yeah, it is. It's too much. Yeah, so we're going to see how this does at the track. I'm going to go Friday for test and tune, see what happens.
Even driving around the lot, I can feel the rear's a lot stiffer.
Yeah. New spark plugs are in that, so that one should be good to go. I could have taken this home today, but I'm the only one here, so I have no way of driving it back because I drove my truck.
I guess the passenger is skinny. Unlike me.
I'm not getting out this side.
Getting out of there.
Can you get out that side?
He's skinny, he'll fit.
Dude. No. You got plenty of room to go that way. Yes, now you should be able to clear them.
Look at that. Josh is fired.
Thank God.
The next week and a half.
I know. It's gonna
Oh
be
my
great.
God.
It's
So
like-
October 4th, it's 80 degrees.
It's going to be great. That's why I'm going to the track on Friday. Are you going to be there?
I don't know. It's my mom's birthday Saturday, so I don't know that I can make it.
Okay.
She's retiring as well, so it's like damn it. Mom, gotta work for another week. If I do go, I'll probably take the vet. That way I can show you the tail lights again.
Did you guys race?
Yeah, we definitely raced. He's always lost. Because he's always been like,
I never
he's
raced your vet.
fun or something.
I never raced your vet.
Mhm.
Never raced it.
Yeah.
I'd like you to pull a video up where I raced your vet.
I can't because I always keep the shit facing
here
forward.
we go.
I keep it facing forward thinking that you were going to beat me, but
Okay, yeah. See,
never did.
that's when you know it was a bold-faced lie. It's all right.
It's okay. Good luck.
We'll see. If Andrew actually shows up and brings his car, that's the first part, is actually showing up.
That is definitely the first part. The second part is if you can start your car.
You can talk all this big game, but you're not going to show up. Well,
I invited you to the track rental yesterday.
invites me
Where
on
the
a
fuck were you?
Tuesday. Normal people work on Tuesdays.
You're not a normal person. Guitarmageddon, ZL1.
Yeah, but I have a normal
Neil
job.
Chance.
Yeah, that's
And
me. I have a normal job. I'm Neil Chance Holly.
Yeah.
Neil Holly Chance. That's me.
Yeah,
So-
you sound like a transvestite.
It does sound like a tranny name. Oh, we might offend somebody. We better stop talking.
I don't care.
Anyways, on that note, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up or give a middle finger to CSP channel when they upload a video.
Yeah.
Either way.
Good. I mean, our Area 51 has like an equal amount of likes and dislikes.
Either way, engagement is key.
Yeah.
So make sure you leave a comment.
Yeah.
And hit that subscribe button as well. And as always, have a great day.